All right, a quick update on the Pro Touring LS Swap 68 Riviera. We've This really isn't a very easy car to swap stuff into, and we just one clearance issue after another. You fix one, you see two more. So we'll kind of walk you through one of the possible victories we've got so far, and one of the major hurdles that we're going to run into potentially here real quick. All right, so it's getting a little cold in here. Anyways, I was getting a little crazy today and decided to just keep working and tackle getting this engine in this Riviera. And I took the universal mounts. I'll show a picture of those. And I cut them up, and I was able to move the mount part from the plate farther forward so they can actually land on the frame, and worked out absolutely perfect. So anyways, we will take a look. So there's kind of most of the way welded in. I'll probably put a gusset plate, not very tall, but something across it to support them a little bit better. But all right, so we've got the engine in. We built the mounts, welded them to the frame, got the engine where it seems is a good place to be. Angle wise, it's 3 degrees down, it's level across this way. We actually moved it on the back side here. We measured between the heater case and the back of the block, and I believe we're about almost 2 inches further back on the bell housing. We cleared the sway bar. Everything looks pretty good here. As you notice, we've got headers on this thing, right? And these are stainless block hugger header, straight out of China header. They actually look pretty decent. They're TIG welded and they're stainless, so. But they look okay, and they're gonna give us our fitment what we need. That side's the kind of the easy side. This side with the steering box and everything, we're golden, we're good. We'll check it out from underneath here in just a second, but up top everything looks pretty good. Let's take a look underneath. All right, one thing I forgot to mention was these bastards, those heater hoses. We're gonna show you what we're gonna use for our valve covers when they show up. But our heater hoses come in right at the back of the valve cover. So that may be a problem. Hopefully we can find some really tight 90s to come off of there. So anyways, let's go look underneath. All right, got this baby up in the air. As you can see, it's a tight fit between the balancer and the sway bar. If anything, we can actually take these brackets here and space those down, give us enough clearance. There actually is no belt here that we're gonna be running. The AC and everything's gonna all run off this outer belt. So, some glare there. Headers are in. We've got enough room here to come down, come across with the exhaust. See if we can get up in here. Take a look at. Oh, everything's in the way. This is a tough car. Anyways, here's our exhaust. We got plenty of room, hopefully, to run through everything. We'll have to run the steering linkages through its pace. If this was a front steer car, this would have been a walk in the park, piece of cake. No big deal. So one of the things that we need to do is figure out if we want to run the sump here or if we want to run a center sump here. And if we run a center sump, we actually have room on our mounts to move forward that 1.5 inch that we actually set the engine back. We did the transmission cross member, but that's not a big deal. We can basically add to this and then put a gusset into it and box it in, and it'd be totally fine. Not really worried about that. Although that did come out good. So anyways, so that's kind of where we're at. Really this step here is figuring out what we want to do on the oil pan. The rear sump would be easier, but we're, in some regards, we wouldn't have to modify the pickup or anything like that. We have a steel pan, so basically we need to kind of notch it like the old Chevy 2s did, had a notch in the pan. That way you don't lose very much sump capacity. So basically when you put the engine in or out, you just have to take the center link out and it shouldn't be a problem. So that's kind of probably the direction we're gonna go. So anyways, thanks for watching. That's the update. We'll have more as we get some parts. I think tomorrow we're supposed to get some more parts in, and we'll show you what we're doing and what direction we're going. Thanks for watching. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. So you thought the video was over. Anyways, so we've got the pan marked where the steering center link is gonna run through the pan. We're gonna notch it. And there's something, we might try something on it to give it a little bit more pan capacity on this thing. I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but first we wanna cut it out, test fit it, and make sure everything clears, and then kind of go from there. So anyways, we're using a steel pan because it's a lot easier to modify and stuff. So anyway, we'll get cutting. I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna use a Sawzall. All right, so we got our notch in the pan cut out, and we'll go test. All right, because of my inept use of technology, you missed the time lapse of me actually jacking the motor up, pulled the bolts out of the motor mounts, used a screw jack, jacked the motor up with the balancer, was able to get it up about 1.5 inches, slide the pan in no problem. All right, so we got the pan in place, our clearance in the front. It's fairly tight, but it's good. Happy about that. I was a little worried how we were gonna look up here, but we're good. But the all important part is this. Anyways, we'll turn the steering linkage side to side and see how that works out. All right, well, as you can see by the video, everything cleared. I think we're gonna take that notch down maybe 1/4 inch just for, you know, that link moves ever so slightly, moves forward and back and up and down. So anyways, everything looks pretty good. We're gonna trim that thing up a little bit, get a piece made on the brake to fit in there, weld it in, and you know, go from there, keep knocking these hurdles, whatever, out of the way. So check this out. Kudos to you Camaro guys if you know what this part is, but anyways, had it off the car and decided we'd drill it and dimple it. You know how I am about those dimple die things. So anyways, thanks for watching. This is really the end of the video. Then go back to doing what you were doing. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Happy New Year.